Hey everybody, welcome back. So I'm sorry I have been kind of missing for a while. We have our pre-K graduation this week, so things have been like crazy hectic at school, but I wanted to hop on here so you guys know that I did not forget about you. I read this book yesterday with my kids, and we are learning about insects this month. This week we are focusing on bees, and I thought this was an excellent book to introduce to children that bees are not scary, they are not bad, they are very important to us, to our world. And I have read a bunch of articles that we are kind of losing our bees. They are getting killed and we don't have as many as we used to, and it's very important that we keep our bees safe. So without further ado, this book is called The Thing About Bees. Thing about bees. When a bee and a flower love each other very much, a fruit is born. First step, the flower makes a sticky yellow dust called pollen. Can you say pollen? Good job. And here's a strawberry flower. 2, as the bee drinks the flower's nectar, she gets pollen all over her hairy body. The bumblebee goes on and moves the pollen from one flower to another flower. Then we wait, and presto, the flower turns into a fruit that you can eat, like strawberries. This process is called pollination. It's a huge word. That's like a first grade word right there. Can you say pollination? I bet if you said pollination to your moms and dads or brothers and sisters, they would think you're pretty smart. We'd be hungry without bees. They give us vegetables and nuts too. Thank you, bees. So look at all that important stuff that bees do for us. Here's the thing about bees. Sometimes bees can be a bit rude. They fly in your face and prance on your food. They buzz in the bushes and buzz in your ear. They sneak up behind you and fill you with fear. And worst of all, they do this thing called sting. Ouch. We may want bees gone because their sting hurts, but if they were all gone, it would hurt much worse. Why, do you ask? Without bees, there'd be no picnics with watermelon, there'd be no smoothies with mangoes, there'd be no strawberries for shortcakes, no more avocados for tacos, there'd be no apples, which means no more apple pie, no more cucumbers, which means no more pickles, no more blueberries and raspberries for pancakes, or sweet cherries to drizzle. Because some foods won't grow without bees helping them along. In a way, the bees are just like you. You buzz in the bushes and buzz in my ear. You sneak up behind me and fill me with fear. You fly in my face and prance on my food. You even sting when you're in a bad mood. Sometimes do we say things that hurt friends, or do we push or shove, or even on accident trip or hurt our friends or people that we love? Yes. Sometimes do we talk or whisper in someone's ear or yell in their face when they are not ready to hear our voice and they're not ready for us? Or do we sneak up behind friends or get in their personal space or in their bubble when they are just not ready to have friends or anyone in their face or around them? I know I do all of those things. All of us do it. Sometimes we do it on accident. Sometimes when we're having a bad day, we might do it on purpose. But just like bees, we do all of those things. And is it okay to have a big foot step on us or hurt us because we do some of these things? No. So should we hurt bees because they do these things? Something to think about. But I never stop loving you. Even when we do some of those annoying or hurtful things, our friends and our family still love us, no matter what. So we should love the bees too. You're my sweet cherry, the apple of my eye. You're my cucumber pickle, my bumblebee in the sky. You're my cold watermelon at a picnic in the park. You're the avocados to my tacos. You're my strawberry heart. Look at this strawberry. It is in the shape of a heart. That is pretty neat. Without those little buzzers, the world wouldn't know what to do. That's the thing about bees. We need them just as much as we need you. And then there's a little note from the author about why he wrote this book. And my favorite page of this book is everything you need to know about how not to get stung. So we have all of the different types of bees. There's bumblebees, carpenter bees, honeybees, mud dauber, I think it's pronounced, hornets, and yellow jackets. And if you look at the bottom, it says kind to kinda mean. So all the bees on this side of the page are pretty nice and they won't really bother us. When you get closer to this end, they get a little more nasty. So I'm gonna close up show you these bees and what they look like. And then I'll tell you a little bit about them. So the first one we have over here on the kind side is the bumblebee. They're the friendliest of bees. They can sting, but they normally ignore humans. They nest in the ground. They're excellent pollinators. They make honey, but not nearly as much as honeybees. They're very fuzzy, and they're too big and bobbly for their tiny wings, but somehow they fly anyways. These are the ones that we see a lot of. Then we have carpenter bees. They're big and harmless bees. They rarely sting. They make nests in dead wood, like old logs, or in your house, which is why it's called the carpenter bee. They're great pollinators, and they have a little furry jacket. And then right here it says, pollinator is anything like a bee, bird, butterfly, or bat that helps fruits and vegetables grow by spreading from pollen from plant to plant. Then we have the honeybee, the world's best pollinator and pollen eater. They're very friendly. They can only sting once. They live inside hollow trees or logs. They make honey and then eat it. They make wax to build their honeycombs for storing pollen, honey, and baby bees. And they do a waggle dance to help find friends or mates in the good flowers. Then we kind of have the nasty bees over here. The mud dauber has a little this little buzzer is not actually a bee. It's not aggressive and it rarely stings. It has a long skinny body with almost no hair. It hunts spiders for dinner. It's most famous for its tube-shaped nest made out of mud, and it's not a pollinator. Then we have the hornet. This is the one I don't like very much. It's the largest wasp. It's only aggressive when it is threatened, so it only hurts people or other animals or insects when it feels like it is not safe. Its sting hurts the most of all, and they can sting more than once. It is a pollinator, but less than bees. It chews wood into pulp to make paper nests, and it loves to eat rotting fruit and other insects. And then we have the yellow jacket. This is a very aggressive insect when it is threatened, when it does not feel safe. It's not very hairy. It's also not a bee, but they do pollinate a bit. If you see one, walk away very slowly. If it stings you, run away very fast because others will follow. It hunts garden pests, making gardeners very happy, and it eats meat and people food, making picnickers grumpy. So when you are picnicking, this little guy might come for a visit to eat some of your picnic food. And then it says, if you are still afraid of bees, which is okay, I'm afraid of bees, but bees are one of my favorite insects because I think they're really cool. You can wear a beekeeper's suit because we are all beekeepers. And beekeepers are the people that help keep bees safe, and they help collect the honey from the bees. The end. I hope you learned something new about bees, and I will be back later this week with another book about bees and that little waggle dance that you heard about. I'll see you guys later. Bye.